Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. You're watching Bin Living with Big B, and today I'm going to be cooking you some fry bread. That's right, you heard it right. We're going to be making some fry bread. It's real simple. It's probably one of the first things I ever learnt how to make as a young boy. I make it all the time. I'm not the best at it, and my wife is a way better cook at fry bread than I am, but I still love it anyway. And as long as you got flour, you've always got bread, and as long as you got bread, you've always got a means of earning a living, and my mum always said. So yeah, let's get into it. Been living with Big B. So here we are, we're about to start making the fry bread. It's a real simple bread to make. It's basically just flour and water. I just like having mine a little bit sweet, so I add just a touch of sugar and just a pinch of salt and warm water. I think every indigenous culture around the world has some form of fry bread or a damper bread that they make from scratch. And for New Zealand, this is ours. So let's get into it, shall we? So we need to start off with a clean bench, obviously. And not going to make a huge batch. Probably going to be enough to make maybe a dozen pieces, good decent sized pieces. So straight on to the bench, our clean bench we go. We're going to put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Now you can use a bread flour if you like. It's a lot finer. You can get a better rise out of it, but I don't mind that my bread doesn't rise. You know, I don't mind. It's bread. So I'm going to make a little well in there. So at the same time, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt and maybe a tablespoon of sugar. So let's get rid of these first. Clear our bench. Get ourselves a fork. And we're going to add a little bit of lukewarm water. Start it off. Just going to put it in the middle of the well there. And then collect the flour. Add more water and incorporate the dry ingredients into the liquid. We want quite a dry dough, not too wet. Like I said, it's a very simple bread dish. No yeast. This all-purpose flour, it's self-raising. So, guys, let's just, hope you can see that down there. I'll move the jug, that's what I'll do. The dirty bits coming up real soon, going to get my hands in there real soon. Make sure your hands are washed, you got clean hands. That's always important. Work cleanly. Here we go. Pardon me. You have to clear the throat. It's a messy job, but the results make it worth it. You know, the end results make it worth it. Just incorporate all of those dry ingredients with the liquids. Just add a little bit at a time. At the same time, don't want it too dry either, otherwise the bread will be really heavy and doughy and you won't get a nice rise out of it. Has to have a nice balance. Has to have a nice balance. So with this bread here, it can be sweet or savory. You can, like you would with any other normal jam, you can turn it into a pocket and fill it with meat, or you can fill it with jam and cream. I mean, you're only limited by your imagination. Obviously, if you wanted it a little bit sweeter, you can add more sugar to it. So it's almost like it can almost be like a donut if you like. If you're the kind of person that likes to make a fry bread or even a cornbread and you use a yeast, yeast has its own flavor too. Yeast risen bread. So we're just about ready to get our hands dirty in that one there, guys. So just shift all of that and let's just get it in there. So that feels pretty good. The thing is, you have to work it at least for 5 minutes. Maybe even longer. Maybe closer to 10 minutes. And keep working it until all of the protein is worked down. It all gathers itself up. I know it seems like that it's just getting more and more stickier, but just trust the process. Just keep trusting the process. Don't keep adding flour to it. Just use the flour that you have there and it'll all come together. This is what we're waiting for. The more you work it, the heat from your hand will get all of those sugars working together. Just trust the process. So I'm going to carry on with that and we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. I've been kneading this for about 12 minutes and as you see it's starting to come together. It's collected a lot of the stuff off the shelf. It's still a little bit sticky there, right there, but still workable. So don't even need to add any more flour to that. It's come together and we've got a really nice shaped ball there, just like that. So pretty much all we're going to do is chuck it into a bowl like that, and the hands have come clean, you know. Hands have come clean. You got to trust in the process. If you don't trust in the process, you're going to add flour to it. You're going to get a little bit scared saying this is too wet. Look, I'm getting all the stuff in my hands. You have to trust the process. Let time be the guide. So here we go. We're going to chuck that bad boy in there. We're going to cover that up with a little bit of Glad wrap. Cover that up with a little bit of Glad wrap, or cling wrap, or cling fill. whatever you guys want to call it. Okay, what have we got in here? We've got some foreigners in there. That's it. We're going to put this into a nice warm area for 30 minutes until it rises. So let's have a look at that. So here's our dough. It's all come together. You can see the bench is pretty clean, just aside from just where the fork has made contact with the. Otherwise, needing that, we'll clean up all of this normally. But okay, anyway, that's what it looks like. I am going to. Where am I going to chuck it? We're just going to put it to the side here by the window. Right there, nice warm spot. And we're going to let that rise for a little bit. I'm going to chuck a tea towel over it. And we'll be right back real soon. So I'm back, and I thought while we're waiting for our bread to rise, it's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes. I thought I'd just make a little bit of homemade plum jam. Now these plums we got out of the dumpster the other day, they are just, oh my god, they smell, they're so sweet. They're like at the perfect ripeness for them to be into jams. I mean, you could do them green also if you were going to preserve them into jars and something like that, but with jams, that's the perfect softness. So these have been thoroughly washed already. They've been refrigerated. Now all I'm going to do is just cut them into pieces, remove the stone, and we're going to put them into the pot, and we're going to get ready to make a jam, just a small one, enough for our fry bread. Okay, so I need a knife. Just cut those bad boys right down the middle and remove the pip, and then cut them up into smaller pieces, because these bad boys are going to get mashed up anyway. Put that to the side. Let's get ourselves a little side bin going on here. That's just to discard all of the stones. We're just going to leave the skins on because it's just for home. If you were going to do it for friends or family to give away as gifts, then I would blanch them and remove the skin. But it's just for us here. We'll just leave the skin on. Oh my god, these things smell so juicy. They're so juicy. They smell so sweet. And I know that they are. I've been eating them. So only got like 1, 2, 3, 7 of them here. I might just get another one and make 8. That's going to give us maybe a couple of pounds of plum flesh. And it doesn't matter that they're soft. Does not matter at all. So just taking my time. This is real quick and simple. This can apply to any other fruit as well. Stone fruit. They rate these stone fruits like they do peaches, which means it's like a stage 2 semi-soft stone, which means the flesh doesn't cling to the stone as much. But there are some plums out there, hard to get the stones out. But you know, I'll just stay with 7. We're good. We've got plenty there. And just before I'll put it into the pot, I'll show you what we got. Actually, I'm going to put it in the pot and then I'll show you what we got. Juice and all. Juice and all. That's all flavour there. Bit dripping on the side. I'll have to clean that up before Mumsy gets home. Okay, let's have a quick look at the pot. So that's it there, pretty much. Yeah, about 2 pounds of flesh. You can see that the pieces are pretty big. Okay, pieces are pretty big. So in with the flesh, we're going to put in, that's 1 cup. And a half of sugar. A quarter of a cup of white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar if you like. I don't have any apple cider vinegar. This is all I have is white vinegar. You can use malt vinegar too if you like, but I don't have malt vinegar. All I've got is white vinegar. Yep. Okay. With the juice, we're going to just mix that up, and now we're going to just top that up with a little bit of water. And then as it's cooking, we're going to go for taste. Okay, so let me just go grab some water. And put some water in there until it's just above the fruit. That should be okay. That should be a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to turn it on. Be right back. Okay, we're right back. So we've put the plums in, sugar, a little bit of vinegar, the juices of the plums as well as a little bit of water, and now we've applied the heat. I've got it to a medium heat because I really want to bring up to the boil quickly, because I want to be able to make sure this is ready when we do the fry bread. So it'll give it a chance to cool down a little bit while we're cooking the fry bread, and then it'll all come together like a happy marriage. Yes, yes. So yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna wait for this to come to the boil, and we'll be right back. So here we are, guys. We're right back. Our plums come to the boil now, so I've turned them down to start simmering and reduce the liquid. So then we just end up with the pulp, of which we'll mash up just with a fork, if we want to, or whatever. Like I said, it's just for at home. It's just to apply it onto our fry bread. So not just gonna be fussy on it. Also got the pan ready, and to put the oil in. We're gonna start heating up. 20 minutes have passed, and our dough has risen a little bit. Just going to leave it for a few more minutes, and everything's coming together quite nicely. Yep, check. Yep, that's right there. Yep, that's ready. Put the oil in there, and we're good. And that's coming along good. And okay, we're sweet. We'll be right back. Okay, so our dough has risen. It's nearly double the size. We're going to punch a hole into it like that. And we're going to put out a dust of flour. Then we're going to roll it out and cut it up. So simple. So simple. Not too much flour, just a little bit. Just lovely. I want to roll it out to maybe, I don't know, half an inch thick. I mean, it's just fry bread. Should get quite a few bits of bread out of this. You guys might even like call them biscuits even. Here down under, just good old fry bread. So we're gonna cut to some pretty good sizes.
Turn this down there on to
Oh, I wish you would leave it. No. I'm trying to reduce that that sauce. There we go. I'm just going to cut those edges off. That's it. So we cut them to size. Our oil is on. Let's go and check it out. So our oil's on. We've got a little bit of a tester. See how that goes. She's nice and hot. Here is our jam. That's the perfect colour. See, everything is pulped up quite nicely. The vinegar and the sugar has emulsified everything in there. So now it's just a matter of just reducing the liquid. That's all we've got to do until it comes to a nice thick consistency. Then we're ready to spoon it onto our fry bread, baby. Okay, we'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, so let's get to frying. Soupsy daisy. Let's get rid of that bad boy. So here we go, here's our fry bread. Nice and golden. Nice and fluffy. Okay. Nice, lightly golden, fluffy fry bread. Oh, that bad. Ooh, thing goes. Oh no! Okay, that is all the jam right there. Still see a little bit of the skin. That's not even going to be a problem. But soon all of that liquid will reduce. We'll be just left with the fruit pulp. That's jam, baby. That's all it is. It's going to go there. That on that. That on that. So we've got a few more to do. So I'll get those done, get the jam ready, and let's plate up. So here we are with the last few pieces of the fry bread. I turned the overhead light off and used the camera light on the phone because I just think it does the colour of this jam justice. Look how rich that is. Look at that. That's just, look at that. Oh. So for a jam, that could be reduced easily for another 15 minutes. But you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it because as it cools down, it's going to congeal and thicken up quite nicely. It's going to be a little bit runnier than how I would like it, but hey, it's home, baby. We're just at home. So, but yeah, if you wanted it more jelly and jammy like, look at that. I'm happy with that. Why wouldn't you want to be happy with that? But as it cools, it's going to get a lot thicker as it cools down. Might just give it a minute or two, just another more minute. These breads, fry bread, they're done. Yes, the overhead light does not do it justice. Those are just the offcuts. Use every bit of it. And there we have it. We have, at least a dozen pieces there, maybe 15 or 16 pieces of fry bread. Nice and soft, not too floury in taste, golden brown. They were thin enough so they should cook all the way through. Just a lovely, easy dish. Plus my homemade plum jam. I'm ready to turn this off, put it into a glass bowl. I'm going to put it in the, not going to put it in the fridge, just let it to sit for a little bit. Plus in the oven here, we're going to have a couple of hangies. Oh man, gonna have a little bit of a feast. So anyway, be right back with this. Be back in a minute, and then let's go sit down on the table and enjoy it. So be right back. So here we go, guys. This is the end result. We got a large bowl here, quite a really large bowl. That'll be a pretty large jar. Yeah, that. Just gonna let that sit and cool down before we put it in the fridge, but that will not last long in this house. And then we've just got our little serving bowl we're gonna take to the table. So yeah, let's go in here. So here we are, guys. We're done with our fry bread. Got our jam. But before we eat, let's give thanks. Heavenly Father, we give thanks for the food we're about to receive. May it nourish our bodies and give us the strength to go dumpster diving one more time. In the power and glory of your name, amen. So just let you know, those plums that we use to make our jam come from the dumpster. Thoroughly washed, thoroughly cleaned, nothing wrong with them. I know there's a lot of people out there that worry about things like Listeria, E. coli, and all of the nasty germs and bacteria that come out of the dumpsters. But if you take care and treat your food with respect before you consume it, you shouldn't have any issues. I've been eating it, dumpster food, for a long time, so have my family, and we haven't had any issues. So we've said our prayer, we've made our fry bread, we've got our jam. Let's do this. So you cannot have fry bread without lashings and lashings of butter. So look at that. Look at that. Nice and hollow, just perfect to accept the butter. So we're just going to lay that bad boy on there nice and thick. Just let that butter melt right inside there. We're going to take our jam. Just going to spoon that right on top. There you go. The sweetness of the jam is quite bang on. The vinegar in it is cooked right out, and it's smooth, but it's still quite a little bit chunky, which is what I like. And of course with that butter, it's killer. That bread, nice and golden, nice and soft. It's still a little bit chewy on the edges. Good combination. Anything missing is a cup of tea. And maybe a dollop of cream. My wife was cheeky, she called it flatbread. Oh, the captain. That seems of butter. Focus, focus. Just a dollop of that plum jam. So all up, bread from start to finish, about 45 minutes. The jam, about 35 minutes. End up with 16 good pieces of bread. This and more. Look, here we go. As it's cooled down, it's starting to thicken up a bit. It's not jelly like the jam you get in the shop. No, no, no. But still spreadable. So simple, so easy, so delicious, so yummy. Yep, so thank you very much for watching. Excuse me. So if you like the video, show us by hitting the thumbs up. Certainly would appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you have a similar fry bread? Or I know I've been talking to people about a cornbread. Or whatever bread. Is yours similar? Share your recipes with me. Let me know what's up. You know, is there something you would like me to have a go at cooking at? So I can put it on the channel. Leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button. And let's share the content. Is there people out there that need to know this recipe? Don't mind my wife, she's deaf and she's got the TV on super loud. So anyway, love and appreciation to you all. Thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next cook.